this topic, we're going to be seeing the quest of the way. Without the way, there is no way. Meet the way for your life.
Why is that Jesus declared, I am the way? Why he came all the way, he just stopped there and says, I am the way. And why is that the first church, as we mentioned it before, said that they were called by the doctrine of the way, the way of the path of the way. Well, Jesus didn't just start talking like this. This was the reality of the world. The first thing we see is in the book of Genesis, chapter 3. When Adam sinned, something happened. And the most strategic thing that happened there was the taking of Adam and Eve out of the garden of Eden. They were put outside. When they were put outside, the Lord put in the path, the way that lead to the tree of life. What? Two angels, the cherubim, with a sword turning around to stop and guide, means stop Adam from entering and guide that way. It was blocked. So Adam couldn't go back to the way anymore. All the time, Adam started seeking for the way. I think it became the quest of humanity, the way to sort out the way. And you can't sort out anything in the world here if you're not back in the Eden. I think that's the dilemma of the universe today, because we act, everything we may supposed to know and do is being acted outside of the garden. That is why it's not durable, it's not eternal, it's not consistent, and it's not life. The only way that everything we can do can be consistent and eternal and can be meaningful is only if we return back in the Garden of Eden, day by the tree of life. Then everything we do will have meaning and life eternal. Well, that's justify a lot of things. Now, jumping from Adam understanding, looking for the way and the way being blocked, we come to a greatest leader, Abraham. Abraham is moving from Genesis 12. They're asking him, where are you going? Adam said, I'm going to the way, to the place God ever told me he will give me for inheritance. Where's this place? He didn't know. He walked by faith, seeking for that way to get to the promised land. Let's leave Abraham. Let's go to Moses. Now, Moses is the man that have led the people of Israel from Egypt. They found themselves in the promised land. I mean, this man have experienced greater things, meeting God in the burning bush and going again, and with all the plagues and splitting the Red Sea and coming into the desert of Sinai and producing all kinds of these miracles, seeing God face to face. But he stopped in the book of Exodus chapter 33, and if you read from verse 12 and you go down, Moses stopped for a moment in his prayer. He's asking God, and he says, show me your way. In the King James, they put it very well. He said, show me your way so that I may know you. Well, Moses might meant by then God showing his method, he's showing his understanding, his style, maybe his culture. But what is there in the Bible when Moses says, show me the way? He uttered in the spirit the same quest that was from Adam, looking for the way back. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. The way that Adam was looking for to, how will I go back home? How will I go back to the tree of life? Moses is asking, I can't go. Man, you can ask yourself a question. Moses was there. And he knew God in his powerful things. He knew way. He knew different kind of things. But why will he come then there and ask again the way? He knew I can do nothing without having the way. No matter how the miracle, no matter how those things are around me, I need him the way. The whole universe of believers in the name of Jehovah, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they were looking for the way. And Jesus came, wrote in the New Testament. He says, the way that Moses, you wonder how Moses met him. He met him at the mount. And he came and says, I am the way. I am the way. Which way? The way that was blocked from the Garden of Eden. I am that way. Now I came to open it, to go to the Father, to the tree of life. I am the way that Abraham was looking for. I am the way that will lead Abraham to the promised land, and the children of faith, you and me, is the way that will lead us to the promises of the Father. And he says, I am the way that Moses was asking for the Father. I am the way, because God to show him the way. You wonder how God will say, you can't see my face. So that wasn't the method that Moses was asking, or the style. Why will God refuse to give him his style, his method, his culture? But God, by the answer, came and says, you won't see my face and be alive. And there was this kind of way that God has to come to bring Moses so that he can see. So the prayer of Moses really didn't mean about the method only, but it meant more about the way, the person. The way, the person. Because now God understood that you're asking to see the person, the Christ, in the form of God. You can't see him. Now he came, he met us, and he says, I am the way. We need to embrace what was the quest of Adam, of Abraham, and Moses, and all the believers in the name of the God of Abraham, God of Isaac and Jacob, have now revealed himself to us. And he says, I am the way. Now we can see him. Now we lived with him. Now we heard his voice. He's the way. Why don't you embrace him? Why are you embracing other ways that don't lead you to the Father? Your church, your ministry, your prayer, your faith, everything you do, is it embracing the way? Are you in the quest of looking for the way? And there's only one purpose that we have when we come in the church or in the things or in the faith, is to meet the way. If that is out of your belief, you are into other roads that lead you to perdition. Seek for the way, Jesus Christ.